out of position. They're not sure who to key on. So kudos to the Bearcat and their offense. Hopefully they can keep it going and pull something out here in the second half.
We usually do a Saturday look ahead, but, hey, it's Saturday already, so we can do like a scoreboard report, some games for college. We'll start with Ole Miss because they're actually winning right now. Of course, my Rebels have had their struggles this year. They lead A&M 21-14 with 7:07 to go in the third. That's on CBS. South Carolina up 31-14 on number 15 Florida, who's been kind of a questionable situation under Dan Mullen their first year. Ohio State leading Michigan State 7-3 with 8:20 to go in the third quarter of that ball game. Number 20 Penn State 19 leading or 19-10 lead over Wisconsin with 4:07 to go in the third. UCF, the number 12 team in the country, 28-17 lead over Navy in the fourth quarter. West Virginia up 33-3 with 10:41 to go in the third quarter. You know, I think they trailed 3-0 in that game. So 33 unanswered from Dana Holgorsen, and that Mountaineer offense has been firing on all cylinders. North Carolina and Duke, that's always an interesting game. You know, in basketball it is, but this year in football, you know, as bad as North Carolina's been, they're only down a touchdown at half, 35-28 the score in that contest. And I tell you, in the local scoreboard, getting out of the college ranks, Union leading John Battle 7-0, 8:29 to go in the first quarter. So thank you, Doug, for that score report. And, you know, we got another game that is starting or started at 1:30, Holston and J.I. Burton. We'll try to get a score on that one as well, as that's a 1A game. This, of course, John Battle and Union, bigger implications for the winner of this one, because the winner of this one gets John Battle or Union next week. So with that, let's take a quick commercial break. When we get back, we're going to talk with Virginia High Athletic Director and Assistant Principal Brad Harper. We'll talk to him a little bit about football this year, and then talk a little bit about basketball, which is coming up. We'll be right back from the Sesco halftime report from Graham.
Adopting a new pet is a rewarding experience. And Shelter Pets makes super pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart, bring you happiness, and enrich your life for years to come. You can make a difference in the life of an animal. Adopt and bring home a Shelter Pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org. This message has been brought to you by the Humane Society of the United States, Maddie's Fund, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Virginia High Bearcat football on Spreaker Radio.
Hi, I'm Dustin Lynch. You don't have to listen to country music to know that life can be full of drama. Some of it you just can't control, like your girlfriend running out on you with your best friend. But there's some drama that you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
You just need to take that first step and find free classes near you and start moving towards a brighter future and even your college degree.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
In 50 feet, turn left. Why are you driving so slowly?
After a few drinks, I'm taking it slow.
Well, you're not fooling the cop behind you.
What?
Get ready to pay in 0.1 miles.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Sesco Group Insurance halftime report from Graham here at Mitchell Stadium in Bluefield. 21-6, the G-men lead it in this battle between the number 3 seed Graham and number 6 seed Virginia High. We're now joined by Virginia High Athletic Director, Mr. Brad Harper. Happy to have you back on. It's been a while since we've talked on the radio.
Yeah, too long. Good to be back with you guys. You know, it's a nice setup you have here, so you may have a hard time getting rid of me the second half, especially if we come out and do something on the first drive. Yeah,
Bearcats will get the ball to open the second half of action, but I'm sure it's been a busy time for you. It's been some success in this fall segment of sports for you.
It has. You know, always good to celebrate our kids. You know, football back in the playoffs again. That's becoming an annual tradition for our Bearcats. The volleyball team had a great season with, you know, we lose a couple key seniors from that group, but have a lot of talent coming back. Cross-country teams steadily improved. Did not have the performance at the regional meet that we had hoped, but had several kids under the weather that day, and they still went out and competed hard. The golf team, made the state. Made
crazy
the state
run for them.
Yeah. So it's been a great fall. It's hard to believe that winter sports have officially started. Time, just continues to fly by, but always something going on at Virginia High School. I think we have about 4 different events going today. Our athletic boosters are doing a holiday bazaar, so if you're listening back in Bristol, go back and check out the vendors there. There was a junior Bearcat cheerleading event in the main gym. And
gosh.
So it's just a lot great time, and the one of the things I love about being a Bearcat is it seems like we always have something great going on for our kids in our community. And little chilly out there today, but still glad to be playing football. And, I think our kids are in a good spot right now, and hopefully we'll have a good second half.
And, looking forward to winter time. Of course, the schedule has been finished up. We'll have all that graphics and stuff made for that hopefully next week going in as basketball is here, and we got a couple of big tournaments. Virginia High's known for you're the tournament master.
Yeah, so
bracket man.
Well, it kind of gets to be a little frustrating because you put a lot of work and time into doing those, and it seems like something always happens with a team. Or we had a middle school tournament starting on this coming Monday, and I had a team drop out last week, but we were able to fill that and constantly scrambling. But we have such a great venue, and Bristol's a great place, so we always enjoy showcasing our city and our school and our facilities, and have the ability to do a lot of fun things. So 3 middle school nights this week, along with a huge benefit game against Perry McClure girls, 2-time defending Class 1 state champions on Saturday. So if you don't have anything next Saturday,
we may have to get over there and broadcast that.
That'll be a great game. That'll be a great test for we coming back from our appearance in the Final Four last year with a lot of key pieces back, and Perry McClure, I believe, has everyone back from a group that's, like I said, the 2-time defending Class 1 state champion. So it should be a great afternoon of basketball. And November 27th, we start the Ballard Lee Bearcat Tip-Off Tournament. Doing it a little bit different this year. Instead of having 2 separate weeks of tournaments, we're actually going to run a boys and girls combined tournament. And so there'll be a lot of basketball over a 5-day stretch, but just it is what it is, and we got great people to help us run those events, and hopefully it'll be a first-class event for everyone involved, and a great way to start the basketball season, and recognize the Ballard Lee Foundation and everything that Coach Ballard Lee did for Virginia High School. And so that's one of those that means a lot because it's attached to so many people in the community, and proud to have the foundation support of that event, and looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun stretch. I'm sure it'll be a little bit easier on you, but hard at the same time to have to negotiate all those different teams. But, last year it seemed like you had the Buffalo Wild Wings, then the Bearcat Invitational. They were back-to-back weeks, and everybody just seemed kind of drained.
It does. 2 weeks was a little much on our people. Like I said, we have a great support staff that are out there helping out and making sure that things run the way they do. And you can never underestimate those people behind the scenes, because without those, we wouldn't be able to do the things that we do. And so we just thought we would try something a little different. Coach Timmons and I were talking one afternoon and started jotting down some notes on paper and said, think it'll work. I think on the championship Saturday, or the last day, first game starts at 10 a.m. Last game will hopefully tip about 8 p.m.
It's going to be so a lot going on that day.
But a lot of local teams, encourage people to come out and see a great day of basketball, trying to keep the ticket prices very reasonable, and hopefully be a lot of fun.
There are a lot of both,
I think there are 5 that have both boys and girls teams represented, than 3 that we had to negotiate with. But once the ball starts to tip off, my job gets a little bit easier at that point. So
once the ball's in the air,
I can hopefully step back and enjoy some basketball.
Yeah, we'll try to we got to figure out our schedule for broadcasting wise, of course, but we'll have all that information back out for you. After that.
Well, you guys have set the standard pretty high, so when you're not on, I end up getting a lot of emails and phone calls or text messages, where's Bearcat Radio? So I'm not trying to put pressure on you.
Do as many as we can, right?
So,
but, I'm excited for basketball. I know last year was an amazing year for basketball, especially with the girls' team making the run that they did. But the boys' team, I think, will be fun to watch again this year, too. Coach
I think he's really excited about what's happened this week. I know, he is in a tough situation right now because he is very excited about the success of our football team, but at the same time he's itching to kind of get to
a
know
lot
what
of football guys, that play basketball.
To know exactly what that's going to look like and get it started. But I expect I'm going to agree with you. I think it's going to be a fun winter basketball season. Not to mention, we'll have a great wrestling team back. I think Coach Schuler is pretty excited about filling every weight class and having some competition even in those weight classes. So, he's expecting big things. We always send several kids to the state tournament and expect that tradition to continue. And we will be officially restarting an indoor track team.
Okay.
So
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, we'll try to get our kids in some of the premier events, throughout Southwest Virginia and compete at the region and state level there towards the end. But always something going on, and just excited to be part of it.
It's always good to have new things flying around for you to keep up with, right?
Yeah,
more opportunities too.
That's it. And our kids do things so well, and so glad to give them the opportunity to represent Bristol and Virginia High School, and so very, very blessed to have the opportunities that we can provide for them. So
you do a great job at it too.
So appreciate it, man. So
what's your prediction here? What's going to happen?
I think we're going to get this opening kickoff and drive down and punch it in and make it a ball game and see where the chips fall there at the end.
Well, Mr. Harper, we thank you for joining us. It's been a while. Like I said, it's been a few moons since we got to talk. So bring Doug back on here as we get set here for the second half of action as the Cats are back out on the field getting stretched out. And there you had it, winter's here. Weather-wise it's here. Basketball is going to be here before we know it. It technically is here. I'm sure if you talk to Coach Timmons or Coach Randall, they'd say, yep, it's here.
It's here.
Football ended last week.
That's right.
They're ready for basketball season. I know Coach Timmons has been pumped up about getting this group of girls back out because they only lost, he's got his big three back. He lost one main starter, Kerrigan, and he's got spots to fill in that spot, but he's got some young talent coming up too, and I know the expectations are high for Coach Timmons, and
I know. Actually, one of those big three actually rode with me today to the game.
Yeah.
And
that big three is college bound.
Yes, all three of them are college bound. That's right. Taylor's going to Walter State, and Amaya and Jada are headed to King. That's awesome. They're all signing next week. Taylor told me she's signing on the 15th at 11:30. As she mentioned, they were at the gym at 6:30 this morning, and Coach Timmons told them, said the only way you get to go watch the Bearcat football team is if you have a good practice today. So evidently they had a good practice today, and they're here watching. So.
Well, I'll tell you, college bound or not, Coach Timmons is going to get every ounce of work and sweat out of them.
Absolutely. He does a great job with those girls.
Well, Mr. Harper's got his gloves on. He's going back out to brave the elements.
We scored when I was outside.
So he's going back outside for looks like a little bit of luck. He said he scored when he was outside, so he's going back out. But we do thank him for coming up and talking to us and his support for Bearcat athletics in general. And he might be the hardest working man in Bristol.
I believe so, man. He's definitely one of the top ADs in all of Southwest Virginia. I mean, he works year round for the Bearcat athletic program, and I've appreciated the opportunity to get to know him over the last few years. He does wonderful things for the Virginia High Athletic Department.
So the third quarter getting set to begin. The Bearcats will receive, trailing 21-6 as we got a fresh 12 minutes on the clock. Let's see what adjustments the Bearcats have made offensively, and let's see if Graham has made any adjustments, because this is something that is totally new to them. When we came out and lined up in this, it shocked us, maybe not Doug because he kind of had the intel on us, but if you're listening at home, you wouldn't imagine that you're at halftime, 21-6 the score, and the starting quarterback for the whole year has been on the sideline. As the kickoff for the second half is underway, and it's returnable. Michael Bradley fields it at his own 4-yard line, gets it up past the 20, and takes a hard hit right at the 22-yard line, and that's where things will start for the Bearcat offense here in the second half of action.
Yeah, they definitely laid the wood right there. That was Michael at full steam and the Graham defender at full steam, and that was a pretty violent collision.
So Bearcat football at their own, and they marked him up to the 23. So even after the hit, he got a favorable spot as the Bearcats will be playing into the wind now as it's shifted, now blowing left to right. It was blowing into the field, now it's blowing back out.
Yeah, I mentioned in the first half that one particular drive was their most important drive of the season. That changes now. Here is the Bearcats' most important drive of the season to this point. Same
set here. Rose and Ratcliffe in the backfield. They run off. Rose. He was going to go up the middle, cut outside, past the 30, 35, 40, 45. He's still up, brought down awkwardly at around the 45.